Hello, everybody! Welcome! You are here with the RPG Valkyries, and we are going to be putting off a wonderful event called Speedrun Ragnarok, starting right now. And it is going to be supporting Take This, which is a charity who provides a lot of... they not only do they support mental illness and mental health, they provide safe spaces at a lot of different conventions. And the more donations they can receive, the more safe spaces and quiet spaces they can have at more conventions. So we've got a few of the Valkyries with us this afternoon. So we're all going to kind of talk and intro this up, but I think I'm going to let the RPG chick start with a very special announcement.
Hi, as you all know, we had some recent additions to our trainees recently, and most importantly, I want to mention Silverfire. We are moving your lovely self into the Valkyries officially as of today, my good friend. So welcome aboard to Silverfire. They will be joining us from now on, and we're very happy to have them.
I have no words.
Just keep being your awesome self.
Yes, you earned your Valkyrie wings.
Yes, absolutely. So I hope y'all will actually absolutely have a wonderful time with us this week. We've got a lot of great runs planned. We, of course, have some great t-shirts and hoodies available that Scala Kitty designed for us. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Absolutely.
Woo!
And do be sure to additionally check out all of the prizes and incentives that we have. We put together a really impressive list of cool crafted items, and I will talk about our very special main. There we go. Sorry, I was getting the link so I could drop it into chat so y'all could see. There we go. We do have a marathon grand prize that is available. Most of our prizes are available if you do a single donation. So say while you're watching Mystic Quest that has a wonderful set of Perler characters by RPG Chick, donate $10 and you're in the running to win that prize. If you donate $50 over the course of this entire marathon, you are in the running for a Sinnes Classic. So, which is donated to us by Casual Geek Dave. So I did want to make a special mention of that. Also, we have tons of incentives for our runs. If you want to name something, if you want to give us extra challenges, if you want to make us do so many fun things, check out our incentives and prizes page and see where you can put some more of your hard-earned donation dollars.
Yeah, and just want to pop in there and just quickly thank Demarine for resubscribing to the Valkyries, and for Deln for subscribing as well. So all of that money, I believe, goes to Take This, so that'll be very appreciated. Oh, and thank you so much to Royal Blue Wizard for the 5 gift subs.
And during the week, we'll be making sure that we give you all more information about Take This. I will drop a link very quickly. But yes, all of our subs and bits all go there, so please check them out. They're a fantastic charity, and we are super happy to be supporting them for this marathon.
Absolutely. And when it comes to incentives, we do have a few coming up. The first few games don't have any incentives, but that gives us more time to raise some money for some of the upcoming ones. And the first set is going to be for our Soul Blazer race, including our very own RPG Chick, where you get to name Blazer. So it'll be the top 2 names chosen. So right now, every single incentive is, especially the naming ones, are wide open. So if you want to get in there and get your names, this is a fabulous time to do so.
Right, and if you want to put what you would like your incentives to go to and you make your donation to us, that's totally fine. If not, you can tell us in chat too. That'd be awesome. Thank you so much for the donations we've already been getting.
Absolutely, and also we received a donation, a $25 donation from Dangerous to Go Alone, I'm assuming, as it apparently cuts off the name. But the donation comment is, Take This, as per our 4 Valkyries, Hex, Natara, Honorary, Kyo, Little Monster, and Scala, keep fighting the good fights. And I'll throw in 5 for me because I too want to be an honorary Valkyrie. So thank you so much for that. Let us know if either in PM or in chat where you would like that donation incentive to go, and we will apply it somewhere fun. But yeah, so that's $30 we have already. So keep donating, folks. This should be fabulous.
And it's going to be fabulous because we have a fabulous run to start with.
Oh my god, do we ever? Do you want to talk a bit about your run, Hex?
Sure. Well, I'm going to be doing Primrose's story in the hit RPG of this year, Octopath Traveler. There's a lot of interesting stuff you can do with the combat in this game, which I'm very excited to show off. Hopefully, Simeon isn't too much of a jerk, which is our final boss there. So hopefully we don't get stuck there for a while. It is possible, but there's a lot of really cool stuff that I'm very, very excited to show everyone. There's so many little ways you can exploit the combat and the encounters in this game.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen this game at all, so I'm very excited to see exactly what it doesn't look like because you're breaking it while speedrunning.
You still get to see all the pretty art.
Oh, God, so pretty. Okay, cool. We'll do Royal Blue.
Thank you, Royal Blue.
So the Valkyries can tell me later where they'd like it to go.
Are you ready then to begin?
Yeah, well, we have a few minutes before we should start.
We can just chill with some music and then we'll get our run started right at 12:30.
Actually, this is a great time to do a little AMA with chat. We're super happy to answer questions. Full disclosure, I am a previous Take This volunteer. I worked their Hope booth at MomoCon, which is a gaming and anime-centric convention in Atlanta. So I'm happy to answer any questions that chat might have about the charity. But, I was indeed at MomoCon. I was only there for 2 days and only as a volunteer for Take This. I did do a little walking around afterwards, which was completely detrimental to my bank account because I ended up buying a SNES and copies of Final Fantasy 4 and 6. But they're really fantastic. There's a lot of really great people who work with them. In addition to, as Natara mentioned, the safe spaces, which are known as their AFK rooms, they also put on a lot of different panels, and they have a YouTube channel where you can go and watch their panels. Like their last one was about just talking about mental health within the gaming community and the type of languages we use so that we can be more inclusive. And they also put on different clinical papers, their last one being Crunch Hurts, which was about how overwork can be detrimental to the video game industry and how it can be overly stressful, and trying to find ways to help alleviate some of the pressure of crunch. We also do have a good AMA question, which is, what is your favorite DS game?
Oh, there's so
I
many
entered mine
good
in
ones.
chat.
There's-
Chrono Trigger is a good also one, but where it didn't start on the DS, though, neither did Phoenix Wright. But let's just go with it.
There's so many good ones. I'm gonna pick. There's a lot of ones I want to pick, but I'm just gonna settle for Devil Survivor 2.
The World Ends With You.
Yeah.
For me, I love
I
the
need to
aesthetic.
play that.
That's coming
It's
out on
coming out.
Switch next week.
I own it on DS. I have no excuse.
Really fun game, and a beautiful aesthetic, both in sprite form and now that they've redone it in vector art. So, one of my personal favorites. Like the chill Valkyrie AMA.
So, Natara, I have to ask, when you say Phoenix Wright / Professor Layton, are you talking specifically about the crossover?
Okay, that game was much more fabulous than I expected to
That
be.
game was great.
I started playing it. I'd only played one Layton game. I was like, okay, this is going to be a disaster. Let's do it. And it was actually a really good game. I was shocked.
I remember when they announced it, I was like, it's never coming to the US, and I'm so sad. And then it came to the US, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes.
But then it came to the US, and then Edgeworth had that terrible voice.
Phoenix Wright has always had bad voice acting since they added it.
That is correct.
This is true, but I actually had never played a Layton game when I played the crossover. I was trying to play as many Ace Attorney games as I could, and I've done, I think, all of them except for oh god, I can never pronounce the Japanese. So the prequel game that's only in Japan with Sherlock Holmes that we've never got.
Yeah, it's one of the Gyakuten games. I can't remember the actual.
Yeah, that's the only one I haven't played of the Ace Attorney ones. Miles Edgeworth Investigation 2, which has been fan translated, is really good.
It's such a good fan
The
translation.
first one was so bad though, so I didn't play the second
Yeah.
one. But I keep hearing that it's amazing in every way that the first one isn't.
That's absolutely true. The first one is not that good, but the second one is amazing.
Okay, I'll have to give that a try.
So coming back to the topic of favorite DS game,
Yes.
mine is definitely going to be Dragon Quest V. I had to think about it a bit,
Ooh.
but it's my favorite game in the series.
Mhm. Yeah, that would be a really good game.
I need to go and actually play more Dragon Quest, but now I've already watched like all of Dragon Quest XI kept played because I kept watching High Spirits play it.
I've never played a Dragon's Quest game.
If you like, they're really traditional. Though a lot of people say that 11, well, it has a lot of like callbacks to old stuff. Is probably an okay place to start.
4 and 5 are also really good to start at.
Yeah, 4. I played 4 of the original
Wait,
NES.
That's not true. I played 1 for like a half hour, and it was a little not aged that well for someone who's never played the series before.
That is correct. I feel like 5 is probably like 5 aged really well in my opinion. 4 is a little less excellently aged, but like the grinding is rarely that big of a problem.
Oh, I love Scribblenauts.
I
That
feel
game
like
is
the
so
only
much
nerd
fun.
sitting here saying my favorite DS game is probably Cooking Mama.
I love you. Never change.
Hey,
Yeah, Cooking Mama's
my favorite too.
Cooking Mama is wonderful. Don't.
Okay, I've never played it, but I promise you I would love it. This isn't me trying to say it's a bad game. I would
there's-
love it.
It's so addicting. It's not even funny.
Also, while we're here, I want to just pop in with 2 donations we've received. So we received $20 from Delm, who would like to name Maria and FF2 Sil, which we will totally put that towards. And we have $50 from Margaret Ann saying, "It's been amazing helping all of you, and I can't wait to see these runs. Put my money towards Flag Set B for the Free Enterprise run, and please make it a Scala Kitty classic. Love you all, Margie."
Aw, thank you, Margaret Ann. I will say that we definitely have some interesting things in store for Free Enterprise, and we've already got stuff squared away, and it looks real spicy, y'all. So,
That's really great.
it's going to be a fantastic. That will be on Tuesday night. We will be having our Free Enterprise race between Alexa LaFay, Demarine 2, El Magus, and Night Dew 14, and it's going to be a time. Also, thank you everyone who's been liking the marathon mix that we have going on in the background. I worked really hard to put that all together. So, because I like video game music way too much, as in I have about like 1,000 tracks, and that's just like what I play in my car.
That's so much music though. So many good music games.
You gotta. And we have so many games that have good music, because that's one of the best things about speedrunning RPGs is that you get so much good music.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you do.
But
Oh.
I'm glad that
I think it's time to start.
yes.
I think it is. So, any last words from our lovely Valkyries before we take over?
Good luck, Hex. You got this.
I hope so.
Oh, you got this.
You got this, Hex. We're rooting for you, and we're hoping that this is going to be a great start to a great marathon.
All right. I guess we'll go over to the game then.
And I'm just gonna say hi on behalf of Sparko, who is currently here but muted. Do you want to say hi, Spark, before we leave?
Hi, I'm Sparko. I'm at work. Let's have a fun event. Yay.
You're fabulous. Okay, so let's do this then. Party.
Okay. Let's bring forward the game.
Yes.
We've got a video game in our video game marathon.
What?
Hello
Who
everyone.
approved this?
It's time for our first run of the event. I'm excited. I've never opened a marathon before.
I'm super excited about this.
All right, I think we're just going to get right into it.
Perfect. And game sound?
Oh god, well, if there's no... There should be game sound.
Okay, this is just your reminder. Chat, let us know if there's no game sound.
I really hope there is. We did test it, but I suppose there's the possibility that somehow I
Well,
accidentally...
you had turned it off. Oh, but that
was in the other
thing.
layout,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Aha.
Alright, so welcome to Octopath Traveler, a game that takes place in one world. There's 8 unique stories. There's characters that meet up in each story. The stories never intersect. They're all standalone. We're going to be taking a look through... We're going to be going through Primrose's story, who basically is trying to avenge her dead father, because she knows that 3 men with raven tattoos killed him. So she's currently in this little desert town, gathering information as to who did it. So we kind of get to start off seeing her daily life. And we're going to skip all the cutscenes, but basically, she works as an exotic dancer. Everyone here is treated terribly. And that's pretty much where the state of things are. Oh, is there no audio?
No, there's none.
Oh, heck. Okay, there should be now. Is there audio now, everyone?
I can't hear it, but I'm also got other.
Okay, there's audio.
Yay!
Sorry about that, everyone.
Oh, I can never hear your name any other way now other than Witch's Hex.
That is my Twitch emote, fun fact.
That's amazing. I love it. Also, thank you so much for the gift subscription, Royal Blue Wizard. And welcome to the club. I'm going to butcher your name and I apologize. Muse Musculus.
Just mouse.
Or a mouse.
It's not how it's pronounced, but she's mouse.
Okay, cool. Okay, mouse is cool too.
So, something you may have just noticed there is every character has an overworld ability. Primrose's is the allure skill. With it, she has the ability to basically bring NPCs along with her to make them fight in combat alongside her. Anyway, first little gimmick of combat is this break system. You can, if you hit an enemy with their weakness enough times, the little shield will tell you how many. They'll break, they'll be unable to act for the next turn, and more importantly for us right now... Oh, that's no good. It's fine. It's fine. That's just really... We're off to a bad start, but it's okay. If we hit enemies with their weakness, they'll break, and more importantly than hitting them with their weakness, the reason we want to break them at the beginning, rather, is because your odds of actually fleeing from enemies you're not over-leveled with is really low. So, you need to be... so, basically, you want to be hitting them. Anyway, so long as nothing else catches us by surprise, we should be fine. And the odds of that happening twice are really low. Fortunately, this game autosaves every time you enter an area, so if we get really hecked over by the luck, it'll still be okay. We're gonna actually need to heal because of that earlier fight. It'll just take us back to the start of the room if we somehow hit some really bad luck. Oh hey, if you surprise your foe, you also get a free runaway. Anyway, we now get to fight our first boss. So, the strategy here is pretty simple. The first thing we're going to do is we pick the Shadow Soul Stone out after a chest. That'll break the enemies in front. We'll take the hit from the boss here. And then we're going to summon our friend that we picked up in the town. And hopefully he's going to take them all out in one switch. Okay, he didn't. That's okay. There's a bit of randomness here, depending on what he does. Anyway, we're going to work towards breaking him. Hopefully our old man takes out the enemy there. So we're just going to work together to break this boss. So once the boss is broken, not only will he miss a turn of attacking, but he'll also be more vulnerable to damage. So first we're going to take a turn to do this. Then we have this. You may have noticed these little balls at the top above the above our health. Those are BP. They let you boost attacks to make them more powerful. And so we're gonna hit that boss with that, and that should end things. There's a bit of RNG in that fight. It's not too bad. But yeah, we didn't get horrible luck there, so that's okay. So anyway, now we take our biggest walking journey of the run. We're going to go here all the way to a character on the other end of the map. So you can pick up other characters in this game. We're also going to do this side quest because it's fast and gives us money. It's the only side quest we'll do. We're going to need a lot of money later in the run. Anyway, this is the only time we're going to take a really long journey. See, the way Octopath is designed, you can go to any character's starting town and go pick them up as a party member by doing their opening chapter. And we're gonna need a full party.
I am ready.
Yeah, you see, if we get 2 enemies here, which we don't want, there's no way with my current attacks that I could break both of them at once, because they'll recover before I'll be able to break them both. So we kind of got unlucky again here. If they kill us, which is unfortunately looking kind of... Yeah, we're dead. That's alright. This game can be mean to you. But anyway, it'll just bring us the game over screen. We'll return from last save point. That should be the entrance of the room. It auto-saved.
Hold on. RPGs are mean to us? I don't understand.
No, this game can be cruel, especially the Primrose category. But yeah, we can just walk through again.
I am ready.
So we'll just do our thing of breaking the enemies. Now, we want specific characters, and here's a little fun fact about the game. The game is designed in a very clever way. The enemies in each area have weak, and neighboring areas to where you start, or to each area have weaknesses to characters that are from that area. So in this area and the area, except for this one. This is the only one we don't have a weakness to when we got caught by surprise.
I am ready.
It's okay, we get 2 chances to flee in a row, so maybe we can get something.
I am ready.
But anyway, other than this enemy, we have weaknesses to all the enemies in each area. Or in each area next to Primrose's, so that's this area where we would get a character named Ulbrich, who we are not going to get. But once we pass that, we're not going to have that anymore, so we're going to be relying a lot more on luck. Fortunately, we have the old man who has a lance, so anything that's weak to lance we can still deal with, but things are going to be stop being weak to dark and knife, which are the attack types we have on Primrose. So yeah, we're just gonna walk through a couple areas here. We're gonna be hitting enemies. Ooh, surprise, that's lucky.
I am ready.
So the idea is that we want to get all the way to the other side of the map and pick up this treasure chest on the way for money, where there is a character named Cyrus, and I'll explain why we want Cyrus so badly over everyone else
I am ready.
when it becomes relevant. But basically, we want to get Cyrus first. Every character, we're going to pick up 3 party members. Each one of them we have a very good reason for taking. All of them wind up being very, very necessary.
May I have this dance? I am ready.
So this one's weak to Lance, so we can summon to get rid of this. Yeah, we're just gonna get an encounter here, take care of it.
I am ready.
Fortunately, our little bit of bad luck has subsided, it seems. So we're gonna defend here. This one had 2 shields. Oh, or we'll just kill it. I forgot how much damage that old man does. Anyway, we're gonna go stop into this town. Hi, Ripple-Tide. Bye, Ripple-Tide.
We
That-
got to know Ripple-Tide so well.
That's we'll come back to Ripple-Tide later. The reason we do that is because this game has fast travels to areas you've been to before. Ooh, I have a decision here. I'm not gonna try to summon. I made the right choice. See that? The old man has one attack that hits multiple enemies, but I didn't want to take the risk. Especially because I just entered Ripple-Tide, so I wouldn't have to walk back very far if they had killed me.
May I have
Oh hey, same encounter. Well, maybe we'll get lucky again. We did not. This early part of the game is one of the most random. Okay, good. We escaped. Now, they give us 3 healing items per character we pick up. So I'm going to use the 3rd one here. That'll be fine. We don't need it for anything. We'll get more when we get Cyrus in the party. Oh, heck. Caught by surprise is something that can really be mean to you.
I am ready.
So we're going to run away. Alright, we got away pretty fast. That's good. So this is the last room we need to make it through. And once we've made it through this room, we never have to play the encounter luck game again. This is the last time. We start getting a lot more control as soon as we get into the next town.
May I have this dance? I am ready.
Whoop. Okay. So we're gonna get one more encounter, and it might kill us. The number of encounters is... Encounters aren't random, they're based off of, Alright, come on, Primrose. Whew. Encounters aren't random, they're based off of how many steps you've taken since your last encounter. So we can control it, so we know what we're going to get in terms of encounters. And soon we'll be able to control them pretty well. So we've made it into the next area, and we're going to play another really random section of this game. You see, this old man isn't going to do. We're going to replace this old man with this guard. We're going to try. We have a 10% chance of alluring the guard every time we talk to him. And it just autosaved when we entered this room, so we'll reload the save if we can't get the guard. Hopefully we don't have to reload too many times. In my practice, I had to reload 6 times, which is a laughably unlikely thing. And I was just like, oh dear. Alright, so we didn't get it, so we're going to return to the title screen. And we're going to try again. I promise this guard is worth it, though. Say hi to my other save file from the last run I did. So yeah, while we're doing this, Natara, if you want to like tell our friends about what they're donating for or what incentives are coming up, this would be a good time.
Oh boy, can I! Let us see what we have got. So, in
there
our
we go.
schedule... Oh, we got it. Well, there we go.
It's okay. We still have a minute.
Okay, so the next set of donation incentives is for the 6 o'clock Soul Blazer race, and we are taking donations for the top 2 names for the main character Blazer. So get your names in right now. That is wide open. Immediately after that, we will be naming the master in the Act Razor run. That name is only 8 characters long, so keep that in mind. And then our next donation incentive is for the Final Fantasy II run tomorrow morning, where we name the 4 main characters. So please get your donations in.
I'm ready.
Okay, so yeah, we just picked up this guard. This guard is absurdly tougher than we should have at this point in the game, which is why we just grinded a low odds. This guard is pretty much just going to murder everything really fast for a little bit. We're going to use this guard for the next 2 bosses, as well as a lot of random encounters. It's faster just to let the guard kill them, especially because Cyrus is going to need 130 BP. And that's very important that we get that on Cyrus as soon as possible.
I'm ready.
So we're going to summon our guard again. It's actually good that we got a double encounter there. Because it gives us a little more, or JP, excuse me. It gives us a little more JP. In case we get bad luck in the next area, which is possible. Anyway, we're up to our next boss, and we're basically just going to summon the guard and let them do all the work. We're going to try to break break the boss here. Just because it's faster that way, but it's not that big of a deal. So we're just gonna hope no one dies.
That boss has a really cool coat.
Let's just break those icicles just in case.
I'm ready.
What we want is Flurry. But it's not a big deal if we can't get it. Just means we're going to be spending a little longer here. Alright, if Cyrus dies, it's not the end of the world, but I would really prefer he didn't. Flurry. No flurries. Oh, heck. Well then, I've never taken a death there before.
Oh no!
It's okay. It doesn't set us too far back. Oof. This is...
It's always in a marathon.
It's always in a marathon. Also my casual runs. This game doesn't like me very much. Yeah, but I've never died to that boss before.
I love it. First run, and we're already getting a, that's never happened to me before.
Yep, only takes one.
That's right, it does.
I am ready.
Alright, it's okay. It's not a big deal.
Can I read out a quick blurb for Take This while we're getting back?
Absolutely.
Oh, lovely. So, Take This, the charity that we are donating for, their mission is to inform the gaming community about mental health issues, to provide education on different disorders and prevention techniques, and reduce the overall stigma around mental illnesses. So they do multiple things in order to work towards this. Take This has commissioned white papers from clinicians on effective treatments on mental illness. Their most recent one, Crunch Hurts, addresses the impact of harmful overwork in the video game industry. So definitely a lot on their plates to try and support both gamers and mental health in general.
And I got an extra encounter here. I guess I took a step or something. Anyway, I don't want to... I don't want to waste a summon here because I might need it later, so I'm just going to kill this one the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way, otherwise known as murder.
So something interesting about boosting is if you boost regular attacks, you actually just get multiple of that attack, which is very, very important for breaking enemies. Because sometimes, you know, bosses will have a lot of shields, so you want to get things in like that.
I am ready.
Anyway, we're going to summon the guard again. We're going to hope for Flurry.
What is the logical course of action?
We also want the guards to take hit. The guard to take hit for us. He will sometimes, but only for Primrose.
I am ready.
All right, Flurry, come on.
So is Flurry like this game's critical hit?
Flurry is just one of the attacks the guard could use at random.
Gotcha.
It attacks all enemies multiple times. It's what we really want here, but we haven't seen yet. We saw it against some single enemies on the way over.
As you would.
There we go. That's what we want to see. Anyway, this is more how this fight usually goes. It's not something you usually die in, because this guard kind of just stomps... there we go. 2 flurries.
That was, I can't even what that was. That was me.
That's how that fight normally goes. So anyway, we've recruited Cyrus. We did his first chapter. We're never going to do more of Cyrus's chapter, but we will bring him along for the journey. We're just going to go get him expelled from this school, or lose his tenure, or whatever happens here. See, I do know what happens here, but I find it funnier if he just loses his tenure.
Yeah, see ya.
Anyway, the whole thing with Cyrus is everyone's madly in love with him, but he's oblivious. And so bad things happen to him constantly because everyone is in love with him. That's pretty much his whole character. Anyway, Cyrus has the overworld ability to scrutinize people. They'll basically have a number of effects that can happen. We have a list of NPCs we wanted to scrutinize. That one gives us another soul stone like we used at the beginning. And we're going to use that soul stone in the next area, which hopefully will give us some nice lucky returns after that kind of mean fight. So we're also going to use that guard here on these encounters, because A, it's faster, and B, we need some JP for Cyrus. Cyrus also has the ability to reveal an enemy weakness at random when you start battle. It's not super useful, because we already know all the weaknesses that are relevant to us. Anyway, so we're gonna go play the classic game of go into an area you are super under-leveled for, and get 1 kill. Or we'll get more frogs on the way over.
I am ready.
Alright, we can't summon the guard anymore because we need the guard to be available for the next boss fight. We don't need the guard for this next area, though. Anyway, we're going to go in here. And we're going to walk up and we're going to open that chest in the back. Or this one. Oops. Doesn't matter. We got the bat encounter. Hopefully they didn't catch us by surprise. Okay, they didn't. This just means we might have to do a tiny amount of grinding because we wanted a different encounter. We're going to use this light soul stone we pick up. There they all go. We're going to get a bunch of JP. We're going to check how close Cyrus is. I think that might actually be enough for Cyrus. Anyway, the reason we do that is so that we can learn skills with these JP we've been picking up. We need 9 more, so next encounter out of this area, I'll fight them. I can't summon the guard, but I can still kill them normally.
May I have this dance?
I love how quickly you're just zooming through all these different areas. It's like, I'm sure there's so much to explore in the casual game, but you know, speedrunning.
Yeah, there's a lot of content in this game that we're not going to see. And we're going to take a lot of advantage of, you know, the fact that the game doesn't prevent you from going places.
I am ready.
Anyway, we're just going to kill these aggressive ants.
What is the logical course of action?
Unfortunately, we can't break them, but we can still kill them. They don't do a lot of damage.
I am
At least we didn't get unlucky enough in the forest that we like spent a long time in there. Anyway, there goes Ant 1.
Oh, flames, rain, rock.
What's this?
Primrose got blinded, which ended up not mattering. Anyway, that'll let us learn the 2 skills on Cyrus. First, we're going to get him Firestorm and Lightning Blast. These skills will be useful on their own, but what's important is that getting 2 skills in the Sorcerer class or Scholar class gets us the Evasive Maneuver skill. And what that does is that reduces the number of random encounters we're going to see.
That's like the best ability to have in a speedrun ever.
And not only is that good for the reasons of we just see fewer encounters, but with that, we actually have a trick that we can exploit to basically never see an encounter again. So, so the encounter luck thing is going to take a sharp downturn there. So we're going to come here because we need to teleport here later, but while we're here, we might as well not do that. Do this. Oof. There was a 70% chance to succeed that, and we failed it twice now. How have we failed a 70% chance 3 times in a row? It doesn't really matter, but that just feels like the game insulting me. Anyway, we're going to get this Curious Antique to sell later. This is where Primrose's Chapter 3 will be, so we'll be back here later. Anyway, we're going to go pick up our next party member, Teresa. And Teresa also has a very important ability that we're going to exploit in a little while, but not yet. So we were here before, so we can just pick her up. We're going to take her along. We're not going to hear the beginning of her tail. I always get worried I'm actually going to hit yes there, because you lose a lot of time to accidentally hitting yes there. 2.7% chance of that happening. That's marathon luck for you, if I've ever heard it. Alright, so we are actually going to see some encounters in this area. I lied. They're just not that big of a deal. We'll see 1 in each. We'll see 2 encounters between the boss and this. Oh, those shells are annoying. We're just going to have to run away from them. We don't have anything that can hit the actually, I think they're weak to wind. Anyway, it's not worth it. So unfortunately, if you try to run away and fail, all your remaining characters are going to trip and fall. So here's a little trick that we can exploit a lot. I'm gonna defend with Primrose, so she goes first next turn, which means that I'll get a faster chance to escape if that fails, so the enemies don't get as many attacks. Defending always puts you at the top of the turn order for next turn, which is something we can absolutely take advantage of in a lot of different ways throughout this run. Anyway, these pirates stole a bunch of merchandise from Teresa's family store and the rest of town. So she just went and put some like sleeping meds in a bunch of beer that she gave to the pirates as an apology for standing up to them earlier. And now we're gonna go beat up the pirate leaders. So the strategy to this boss fight is exactly the same as the last one. We're going to walk over there. We're going to summon our guard, and we're going to let our guard do all the work. We could need 2 summons of the guard, which is why I fought those ants normally.
Now, let's get down to business. Let's do this.
So Teresa has both of these guards' weaknesses. We do want to break them, just to make this go a little faster. Once again, we're going to hope for flurries.
Interesting dialogue. What is the logical course of action?
Also, Cyrus's skills can be useful here. They get 2 hits in, so that's pretty nice.
I am ready.
Teresa's not very... Primrose are... Okay, good. Good, there's a flurry. So one of them's already down. See, flurries are good. Alright, the guard will finish off Mac if Primrose doesn't.
The show is over.
Yeah, the things they do with the music in this game to, like, shift it are really cool. Anyway, that, So now we have Teresa in our party, and once again, we are not going to do any more of her story. So, Therion's our next character. But we have a few errands to run before we actually pick him up. Now, fortunately, the current route to this game has actually removed grinding in its entirety from the run, so we never have to grind. Ever. So, Teresa's gonna gain an ability at some point soon that's going to be our basic source of dealing damage with attacks, since we are always going to be hilariously underleveled throughout the entire game. We're just walking to the next area, so if you want to read out some incentives or if we have any donations.
Well, I can definitely read some things out. Let us take a look what we've got. So we don't have any further donations, but we can talk a little bit more about Take This and this event itself. We wanted to do a charity marathon. We fundraised at the beginning of the year to help support the Valkyries themselves, but we wanted to give back for that. So we did select Take This as a really good charity. Some of our Valkyries had actual experience with that particular group, so we knew they were good, and they were particularly supporting gamers at events and with mental health. It was all things that really resonated with us and kind of our cause. So we did choose Take This as to be our partner, and so far so good. They've been really great. They've given us some prizes actually, which we will be adding to the prize list if they have not been added already. We will have a few pins, a bunch of official pins that they gave us. 3 of them are Penny Arcade specifically, and one of them is a lovely wooden crest. So they're all really lovely. So keep an eye out on the prize document for that. They are there, so they're officially on the prize document. So keep an eye out. They will be fabulous. Lots of other prizes we have, like Scala Kitty mentioned, our grand prize, which so long as you have cumulatively donated $50 throughout the length of this entire week, you'll be entered in for a drawing for a SNES Classic, very graciously donated to us by Casual Geek Dave. We have a whole bunch of different just marathon prizes. We have a gaming headset, a poodle skirt, a custom SNES poodle skirt, a PS4 controller clutch, a SNES controller clutch, along with those pins. So the maximum donation at one time is $30, and that will enter you in for the gaming headset. If you check out the Google Docs spreadsheet, it has that information there where you can look at pictures and see how much money that you can donate for that. So again, we'll be talking about the prizes more and more as some of the applicable games come up, but we definitely have a lot of beautiful things which have been donated to us, so take advantage of that.
So yeah, what we just did there is a little trick to ensure we don't get any encounters, because the area we're in right now, we are grossly underleveled for. So if we get an encounter, we're dead. Like, full stop. So what we do there is we save and quit at a save point, and then reload the save, which reloads the encounter rate, so we can guarantee we can get through these areas without seeing an encounter. The other thing to note is those shrines that you just watch me walk into. Those unlock the classes that the characters have and let you give a second class to characters. So we've picked up the warrior shrine for later. Which will basically just serve to give Cyrus a little more defense towards the end of the game, since he's very squishy. But more importantly, we picked up the merchant class, which, remember how I said that Teresa has a ability that we're going to take advantage of? Well, by picking up the merchant class, we can make someone else a merchant as well, and we can have effectively 2 Teresas. But anyway, something else you might notice is that when we're walking through a lot of these areas, you'll see some money pop up. Teresa picks up an amount of money based on the number of steps you've walked between areas. It's not random, so we always know how much money we're going to get. It's pretty handy that she just gives you money for being with you. Anyway, here we are going to do 2 things. Not you. We're going to buy an energizing pomegranate off of you. No, you're the one I'm supposed to scrutinize. Okay. This one. Heck. There we go. The second thing we're going to do here is, so we're going to buy an energizing pomegranate, which gives BP to an enemy or an ally, so that can be helpful, especially later in the game. Okay, that was not the right person. Was it you? I took a vague note here. There we go. Okay, this is what we wanted. We're going to get a Thunder Soul Stone here. Now, you saw me use the Soul Stone in the woods earlier. Those are very useful items. We can use them to basically just stomp enemies instantly. We also use them on a bunch of bosses. There's a lot of good uses for Soul Stones. Namely, killing things fast. I guess there's only one good use for Soul Stones. But it's a very good use.
Just want to thank Casual Geek Dave for subscribing with a Tier 1 subscription. You now have access to our Tier 1 emotes, so enjoy the RPG love.
Yay, Dave! So we're going to pick up a Wind Soul Stone in that chest, then we're going to leave the area. This will reset the encounters here, because we had to go a little bit out of our way to grab that chest. So this will guarantee we don't get an encounter. Then we're going to pick up this chest here, which has another soul stone. Then we're going to save. And we're going to reload that save. You don't actually have to get both of those soul stones, but for marathon safety's sake, we might as well have an extra one, because that one's right there. And not having an extra soul stone can be devastating if you get to the end of the game and just find that you need to deal a little more damage. So then we're going to pick up this chest, which someone just left. Okay, that was the wrong chest. My bad. It's this chest back here. We're going to pick up this chest. Someone just left $20,000 in a chest on the beach. It's ours now. Heck. That was one step try. Yeah, we're well, the good thing about dying is that it doesn't lose a ton of time. And we have a small chance to escape with Primrose, but it wasn't going to happen. Yeah, we are not supposed to be in this area, if you can't tell.
But those birds just have wings for hugging. Look at those. Those are hugging wings. Very, very powerful hugging wings.
That can summon meteors. Anyway, we're gonna get $20,000 from that chest. I was one step shy, I miscounted. Oh well. We're gonna save and reload, because unfortunately, even though we didn't walk very far, we can't make it to the town like that. Jerk birds. Alright, so next we're gonna just kind of go into this town. Now this town here is kind of the end of where Teresa's story would be. And because Teresa's the merchant character, you can bet that there's a whole bunch of valuables here. But we're not going to deal with that quite yet. Because we're going to go back to that cave that we just walked past. And now we can teleport to Grandport, so... By having done that, we can teleport out of this cave that we really, really shouldn't be in here. Like, danger level 50 means that they expect you to be level 50 when you walk in here. We're like level 5. So we're going to get this Wind Soul Stone. We're going to pray I did that extra step wasn't enough to get an encounter. Because we want this chest. There's no way we could get back out of there without getting an encounter, but fortunately, we can just teleport back to Grandport. Because unlike most games, this game doesn't prevent you from teleporting when you're in a building. Like, very thankfully on that one. Anyway, now we're just going to walk around this town that we really shouldn't be in yet. So we're going to do a few things in here. The first thing we're going to do is open this chest, which has an item that we can sell later. And we're going to buy a few things here. Namely, we're going to buy this big pomegranate. We're going to buy this healing grape bunch. And we're going to buy this slightly smaller pomegranate. Then we're going to go into the big auction house. And no one seems to mind us just walking into the back room of the auction house and taking everything that's in there, so might as well help ourselves.
That sounds about right. Can I pop in with a few donations?
Absolutely, we got a little bit of time. I'm just going to walk over to our final party member, and that's what I'm going to be doing.
Okay, well, we have a $10 donation from Casual Geek Dave saying, "So happy to support an amazing charity and some amazing talent at the same time. Thanks for all the hard work on this marathon." You are welcome, and thank you so much. Let us know if you want that $10 to go to a particular donation incentive. We got $20 from Profnest saying, $15 for Secret of Mana Snowman % to tie that up, $5 for now for Final Fantasy Legend 2 Poor Taste to tie that up. Good luck with the marathon. Thank you so much. Scala probably doesn't love you right now, but we don't care about that.
Thanks.
And,
oh,
sorry.
I was just going to thank people for the donations.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we did get a $10 donation from Krista saying, meow. I agree so much. And if you would like that donation to go somewhere, just let me know. You can either note in chat or send me a private message over Twitch.
Hi, Krista. So yeah, we're just walking to our final party member now. We actually do a lot before we get to that final party member. Fun fact, most of our traveling for the run is done. We front load all of it so we can get all of our goodies and stuff. There's a little bit left. There's a couple places we're going to have to go out of our way. But for the most part, we're just heading towards the next area from now on. Yeah. It's okay. We were going to get an encounter in this room anyway. God, this game is gorgeous. Like, absolutely.
May I have
The danger level doesn't increase when you, or the danger level does increase everywhere with a plot event, but it is, there are places that are higher than others. Anyway. Finally arriving in Boulder Fall. We're finally going to pick up our last party member, Therian. Therion's a thief. I don't know why everyone else is helping Therion, because they never really talk about, like, why they're helping each other. Therion here just wants to steal something for some, like, for him. He's not, like, stealing, like, you know, he's not like Robin Hood, stealing from the rich, giving to the poor. He just wants to take the thing. But I guess we'll help him, for some reason. All the other characters, like, want to at least do something that's, you know, vaguely good, or at the very least, revenge. But, Therion just wants to steal stuff. So I don't really understand why the rest of our party was like, yeah, I'll help you. But, it's okay. So we're gonna get an encounter in this area. This was not the right way to go. It's okay. We're still only going to get one encounter.
Step right up.
That's not what we want. It's okay. We should be able to survive it. So we're going to throw this medium soulstone here.
you like that?
And they'll die.
The show is over.
So we just take that encounter because it's faster than saving and reloading at the door there. Plus it gives us a little bit of JP, which can come in handy. Because we're going to need a bunch of JP. Not as much as earlier routes, but we still need a bunch. Anyway, it's time to start this boss. Now this boss is not gonna... So remember the strategy we used for the previous two bosses? This one's actually even faster. So the first thing we're going to do is Cyrus is going to use a Wind Soulstone. And then Primrose is going to use a Thunder Soulstone.
You like that?
And that's it. That's the fight.
The show is over.
Yeah, for some reason all of the bosses are just regular people, but when they're bosses, they become giant. Anyway, Therion was tricked. It turns out that whole thing was a setup. And now he's got a... now that butler just slipped a fool's bangle onto Therion, which in thief circles marks him as an idiot. So he's going to... and the person who put on the thief's bangle is the only one who can take it off. So he's only going to take it off if Therion goes and steals back a bunch of stuff that was stolen from that mansion. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that, because we've got our full party. So, as I mentioned, each party member is going to have a unique role in our party for the most part. Teresa is going to be our big source of damage. Cyrus is most important because he reduces the encounters, but he's also going to be able to break some, hit weaknesses on a bunch of enemies really fast that have magical weaknesses. And then Therion's got the debuffs, which are very important. Anyway, we're finally moving on with Primrose's story after all of that time. So we're going to go into this Tomb of the Imperator, just to reset encounters. So we're going to walk in and we're going to leave. The earliest Primrose route actually had you grinding in there, as a fun fact, but... first, people found better places to grind, and then people found out that you don't need to grind at all. So we're going to start Primrose's Chapter 2, we're going to pick up a couple of things in town. So first thing we're going to do is scrutinize this woman. It's got a 40% chance, so we shouldn't fail it too much. Wow, this run is... There we go! Last try. Except for we also need to scrutinize an old man. So let's go do that first and see if we have to reset. Okay, we're fine. So yeah, first thing we're gonna do is that first person we scrutinized expanded the stock at the store, so we're gonna sell all of this stuff we picked up and have like $1 million. And then we're going to buy 11 of these Herbs of Clamor. If the final boss fight goes bad, I'm gonna need those. And I'm going to buy 8 Empowering Rings, enough for everyone to have 2. That's going to be important for this next fight. So this is going to give everyone an additional 400 HP. And unlike I've forgotten in literally every single run I've ever done, let's remember to heal at the end. So yeah, that'll bring everyone up to full HP. Then we're going to pick up this item here for a little bit more money. Gonna walk into the tavern to continue the story. And we're going to enter this house. Gonna let this carriage show up here. Basically, in this cutscene, Primrose tries to seduce the guard, who's not having any of it. To take him to, or so that he'll take her to, so that he'll take her to the place where, where the next boss is. And unfortunately, this means that we have to allure someone else over there who that guy owes a debt. To basically tell him off, which unfortunately means we lose our old guard, guard, so no more guard. That's the last time we'll be taking advantage of Primrose's allure skill. It's just not that helpful later in the game. Anyway, we're gonna go off in this direction. Now, here's a fun fact about this dungeon. We don't have to do anything to prevent encounters because this cutscene resets encounters, which means that just by proceeding normally, we don't see any encounters in this area. So, I think this is the first time a speedrunner has ever set this, but boy am I glad that cutscene that interrupts you in the middle of the dungeon is there.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the first time ever that's been said.
Time for the main event.
And I actually need to let them kill me here because I forgot to do some menuing. So we're just gonna let... It'll take us to the start of the room, so no big deal. It's faster than resetting the game at this point because I'd have to like go to the switch menu and stuff. So we're just gonna let them kill us. I always forget something before this fight. Thank God, roundhouse kick. That'll get everyone dead, except for Teresa, who's stubbornly not dying.
Sorry.
So yeah, we'll resume from the last save point. We'll try that again. I need to get, So we're going to... So remember those secondary jobs we picked up? We're going to get everyone a few extra jobs. We're going to get Donate PP and Hired Help on Primrose. And she's going to become a second merchant. Then Cyrus is just going to take the warrior job. Teresa is going to learn hired help. And Therion is going to learn armor corrosive. And we're actually going to just be safe and just get that last bit of healing up on them. So we're going to try that again.
Time for the main event.
Alright, so now we're sticking to a very specific thing. Now, because we bought those bangles, we should be able to survive one round, which is all we need. So Cyrus is going to defend so that he can act at the beginning of next turn.
I am ready.
And then Primrose is also going to defend. Both of them want to act at the beginning. Please don't kill Cyrus. Well, that's unfortunate. The only way that was going to happen is if all of them teamed up on Cyrus. But that is what happened. Anyway, now we need to throw it again, because if someone dies, we can't really recover from that. I can't believe all three of them hit Cyrus. This game can have... This can happen.
Can't end like this.
Anyway, it's okay. The game autosaved after we did all that menuing last time, because we did it before the autosave. So we're fine. We'll just go do it again.
Time for the main event. I am ready.
So Primrose is going to defend so that she can act at the beginning of next turn. Okay, we're good. We're going to have Therion do armor corrosive. This will lower the defense of the enemy so that we can do bonus damage. Cyrus is going to defend so that he can act at the beginning of next turn. And Teresa is going to hit with a spear to do 1 point of damage. Now all of these... Now everyone has BP times 3, so we can... Or these two have BP times 3, so both of them can use their ability, or can use their spears to break Rufus.
My turn.
Therion's going to heal Cyrus, just in case.
Here.
If they start attacking Cyrus again, he's dead. Okay, we're good. And then... Teresa's going to defend so that she can go first. And then Teresa's going to use our favorite ability, Hired Help. We're going to pay, like, a ridiculous amount of money. And do that. And then we're going to throw the Shadow Soul Stone and finish it off.
I am ready.
My bad. We're going to throw... Well, it's a good thing I picked up that extra Soul Stone. That should have finished it off. I don't know why it didn't.
You like that?
Well, it's a good thing we picked up that extra Soul Stone, so we're fine.
The show is over.
Anyway, that's why we've been that's why we've been collecting so much money this game. Anyway, we're gonna teleport straight to Primrose's next chapter. So yeah, we've killed 2 of the 3 men with raven tattoos. So there's 1 remaining. But first, we're gonna coincidentally bump into Primrose's childhood friend, Simeon. And there is nothing suspicious about Simeon at all. Look, best friends. Best friends. We're... That's a fair point. Silent skill. I didn't... It's mostly... We didn't... Well, it was Teresa who did it, isn't it? I accidentally talked to the wrong NPC there, which, oh well. So anyway, here we are in our next dungeon. No, this door. 2 chests we want here. First is this. Get a little bit of money. It's not a lot of money, but it'll do. Then we're going to use the autosave here to save and reload. And this will let us avoid encounters. Gonna pick up this chest for a big healing item. Now, we don't actually want that healing item for healing purposes, but we do want it for selling purposes, because it's worth quite a bit of money. Anyway, we're gonna save here just in case this boss goes bad, and because the beginning of the room was pretty far away. And we're gonna fight our next boss, Albus.
Time for the main event. I am ready.
So first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the hired help. We're going to use the cheapest hired help this time to start. Now the reason we do that first is because this enemy breaks to sword, but also because it boosts our defense. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, we're just going to have to give up here. That can happen. Therian can miss, and then you've hecked the whole thing up. I'm getting... You know what? We're going to take this as a learning experience because we're getting a good look at everything that can go wrong in this run. Well, I apologize for the luck we're getting, pals.
It's funny, I heard you say, oh no, when the mercenary team showed up, and I was like, what? Was there not supposed to be 2? I was very confused.
Yeah, you're unfortunately watching a little bit in the past. But yeah, it's okay. It's not that big of a time loss. I'm kind of amazed at some of the luck we've gotten here, only during a marathon, right? Alright, so we're gonna try this again. Cyrus is going to defend, so we can go first next turn. Teresa is going to hired help the mercenaries. Once again, this will do 2 things, and that can't miss, so that's good. Therian's the only thing that...
I am ready.
God damn it, Therian.
I am ready.
Let's do this.
I didn't even know that boss could one-hit Therian there.
Can't end like this.
I guess it has to be Eye Gouge to get the one hit on Therian. A regular attack won't do it. It's okay, 3rd time's the charm. This is baked into the estimate, everyone. This is baked into the estimate. I was aware of what kind of luck this game can have.
And before you still come in underestimate.
I mean, I could if the Simeon fight goes well. Oh, whoops. I spoiled the incredibly surprising twist that Simeon's evil.
What? We couldn't tell that by their absolute appearance and creepiness.
Alright, we're gonna try this again. And a mercenary. It's gonna give us a boost in defense as long as Therian specifically doesn't get eye gouged. Okay, we're good. Cyrus is gonna defend. We're gonna get a another hired help. We're going to get more mercenaries.
Come
We don't care about more defense boosts, but we do care about this. And now, Therian, please, please, please don't miss. Thank you. Alright, Cyrus is going to BP times 3 with his sword. And that'll break him. Then Therian's going to use the armor corrosive ability.
I see.
Then both of our merchants are going to eat some of these lovely pomegranates we've been picking up over the course of the game.
Nom nom nom.
My turn now.
And these will give them 2 BP. And then when the turn passes over, they'll be up to 3 BP.
Think not.
My turn now.
So we're going to use a... we're going to once again use the very expensive attack for 1,000,000 damage. We're going to actually have to use it twice here, and it still won't kill him. Which is actually a good thing, because we want Therian to get a turn in here, so he can steal.
What's yours is mine.
So we're going to take a plum basket. Now, yeah, he's going to buff there, which is good, because he is 1 stone away from death. So we're going to defend with Cyrus, because we want to get Teresa or Primrose a turn here to collect, which will get us a bunch of money, and then we'll finish him off with a stone.
Try this on the side.
So that's that fight.
Got more than you bargained for.
So yeah, watch everyone level up like 50 times, because I was not supposed to be able to win that. Alright, we only have one more part of the game that can be mean to us. Unfortunately, it is the part of the game that can be the absolute meanest to us.
Don't do it, game. Don't do it.
We will probably die to that fight a couple times. It's just unavoidable. Hopefully we don't spend like an hour there, though, is my worry. We're going to teleport back to Stoneguard now. We have to do a little bit of walking again. Actually, no, we didn't want to go there yet. Haha, I lied. We're going back. No, we do not want to do Therian's story. We're just gonna pop back here. And we're gonna go into another level 50 area that the game doesn't want us to be in. And we're gonna go pick up some goodies. So first is that soul stone. There's 3 chests we want here. That was the first one. Second one is this one. These purple chests you can only open if Therian's in your party. So, you know, lucky us. Then we're gonna pick up... Oh, heck. I guess I took the one extra step. Alright, well, we're walking through this forest again. That can happen. It's not likely, but it can happen.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's not a big deal. Yeah, this is the highest level dungeon in the game. Which means it has goodies in it. Fun fact, while trying to beat the secret boss in this game, I spent like hours and hours here grinding, and I had to give up eventually. So yes, I've never properly beaten the game. Anyway, we're just going to pick up those 3 chests, and then we're going to teleport to Stoneguard. I think it's funny that I've never properly beaten this game that I speedrun. other fun facts. This is not the first game that I started speedrunning before I actually beat it. Because I was running Odin Sphere longer than I was... I was running Odin Sphere before I actually finished all the stories. I always do that. Okay, anyway, we're now off to our last area. We're going to take a quick stop in this cave here in order to reset encounters. I love how much of this game you can exploit if you know what you're doing. It makes me so happy. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can get anywhere in the game from the beginning. Well, once you pick up Cyrus. Anyway, we want this chest. We want this chest. And we're going to save here. Gonna exploit the this whole thing again. Oh no, not the autosave. And that was, and unless I wound up being short on money, in which case we can go pick up a little more money at a little cave south of here that I kind of have in as a safety. So if we need it, we can go south here and get to another area to pick up some good stuff for money, but I think we're fine. So here we are in our last area of the game. Now note that the game wants us to be wants us to be level 45 at this point. The first thing we're going to do is open this chest. It's got a rare stone in it. Then we're going to go into the provisioner and just sell a bunch of stuff. All right, we have enough money, so we're okay. How much extra do we have? We have like 5,000 extra. I'm going to buy another soulstone.
Speaking of extra money, we still have donation incentive that's open if you want to donate some money towards Take This and name some of the characters or all the donation incentives we have open until about tomorrow are all naming incentives. So get your name in there on all these fun runs.
Ooh. Or you can get it, or you can like get ahead of the curve and start donating in advance to all their stuff. So we're gonna turn Primrose back into a dancer. We're gonna pick up Mole Dance for her because it can come in handy if we get bad luck. Cyrus is gonna pick up the merchant class for just a second. We're just gonna get him 2 abilities here so that he can learn endless items. Then we're gonna turn him back into a warrior and we're gonna pick up the Insight skill. And the Spearhead skill, so we can pick the Cover skill. We might as well pick up Cross Strike because we have a bunch of extra. And then Teresa is going to pick up Donate BP. That should be enough for her. Then we want Therian to have Shackle Foe. And we want him to take the merchant job. Pick up endless items. And heck. It's okay. We only need 9. We only need 9. That was a bad mistake, but it's fine. We just have to kill any one enemy and we'll be okay. Let me just unequip evasive maneuvers for a second. I mismenued there.
This is the beginning of your end.
Let's do this.
I am ready.
Out of my way. An interesting dilemma. Nothing will
It's okay. We're just gonna do this extra encounter. No big deal.
Okay, so while you're doing that, let me talk a little bit more about Take This, the charity we're supporting. So Take This provides education on mental illness so that friends, family members, and coworkers can be better allies to those who are suffering. Their website, takethis.org, has freely available stories of hope from people who are managing their mental health, as well as articles on mental health issues in gaming culture. Take This partners with habit tracking app Habitica, names are hard, to help promote the formation of healthy, positive mental health habits for everyone. You can learn more at habitica.com, spelled HABITICA.com.
Okay, we're going back. Made it. We're going back. We're fine. We're fine, everyone. We're gonna rest at the inn just to heal everyone up. And we're in our last area. Because we have a bit of extra money, these two, the bouncers here, always have, always sell soul stones. And although it's basically a 0% chance of us succeeding at this, why don't we try to steal one too? It's like an 8% chance. Worth the chance, I think, just for a little safety. Sure, why not? We'll bring the usher with us instead. There's no reason to do that, but why not? We're just gonna bring our usher pal along.
We're kind of like that.
So first thing we're gonna do up here, because we still need a little bit of extra money, is we're gonna go up here, gonna go into this room, we're gonna open this chest, gonna get $30,000 that we're stealing from this theater. We're gonna get an encounter, which is unfortunate.
time to teach you a lesson.
We're gonna die, probably. That's okay. It's okay. If we're lucky, we can still not come in overestimate. This run, I was kind of worried this might happen.
My friends, my turn.
Go, Therian, you can do it! He couldn't do it.
No, Therian, no.
Okay, so round two.
Round two, fight!
Gonna get the money from the chest. Because, as you might guess, the reason we needed so much money is because we're going to use that ability on Simeon multiple times. Then we're gonna reload the game. Really, RBW? Because from where I'm standing, that's not what Therian did. one of these rooms. This one. No, that's not it. This one. A little more money. We've so far stolen $50 from the theater program. So we auto-saved at the door there, which means we're going to do another return to title, save and reload. Can't escape from so we're going to load the autosave. Yeah, that's a thing. For some reason, indoor areas, room transitions don't reset the step counter. Although they do everywhere else. Oops. This one. Yes. Gonna pick this up. Get a free soul stone. Go in here, see another cutscene. We're actually gonna walk through this door twice, fun fact, so we don't have to rewatch the cutscene when I load the save. So that's the last time we're going to quit the game on purpose. Or ever, actually, because if I die during the fight, we'll still be okay. I'm going to pick up this chest. We're going to take a safety save here, because oh my god, yes we are. And we're going to walk into our final fight. Now, unlike every other character's last boss fight, the Simian fight has 2 phases, because of course it does. Now, we're going to be praying for good RNG here. If anyone dies during this first phase, we're heck. If that one enemy likes to use has the ability sweep, if the enemy uses sweep, we're basically guaranteed to die. We wanted Therian to go first, so that he could raise our defense. So we're already dead here. This might take a few tries, but once we're past it, we're done. So we're just gonna let them kill us. There's not much we can do if Primrose dies. Fortunately, the second phase, while more random, is also more manageable. We have a million different backup strategies for what Simian can do. But for this phase, if someone dies or if you get swept, you're done. Now, ideally... Therian goes first. Yes, thank you. Therian's going to use the merchant skill Mercenary, which will have the effect of boosting all of our defenses, which makes us actually able to survive regular attacks.
I'm ready.
Primrose is going to defend. Oh, we got swept.
And like this.
See, yeah. This usually takes a few tries. Anyway, we're just gonna wait to die.
Friends, I am sorry.
If we spend too much time here, and we go a little overestimate, we might wind up. Well, we'll come to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For right now, we still have 6 minutes while we're still under estimate. We can do this. Everyone put your hands up for Goku. Did I mention that Goku was in this game? He's not, but I want him to be. Alright, we're gonna use Mercenary here. Therian went first. That's a good sign. We just... Okay, come on. Okay, Primrose is gonna defend. If you could attack anyone but Teresa... Okay. Once you've survived the first round of this combat, it's free, but you need to survive that first round.
I am sorry.
Okay, come on, Therian first. Therian is the most likely to go first because he has the highest speed.
Time for the main event. I'm ready.
Okay, well, this doesn't mean it's over. Of course we always get Therian not going first.
No, you don't.
I don't know why I defended there. You know what, we're gonna try to survive this anyway, even though I know I can't. I don't know why I'm doing this, actually. I can't make it. I need that first round, because they're gonna start doing more complicated attacks. Yeah, okay, thank you.
So much to learn.
Alright, Simeon. This is the time. I feel it. I don't feel it. I'm very nervous.
Time for the main event.
Okay, Therian gets to go first, so that's a good sign. We'll Mercenary. Get our defenses up. Now we just need the two of them to attack different characters. Alright. No, Primrose is dead. How did Primrose die? She's not supposed to die. Well, Teresa's already going pretty soon, so let's just, heck it.
Let me help.
What is the logical course of action?
See if I can salvage anything from this.
I am ready.
Here I go. Let me help.
Yeah, that was a free. Okay, I can't do this. Yeah.
I still have.
Heck, Primrose is normally able to survive. I don't know what's up with her.
What to do?
Did I
Sorry.
forget something? I don't think I equip anything. I did pick up those Inferno bangles, which maybe I can put on Primrose. Everyone has the support skills? Yeah, okay. Okay, that's useless. Okay. Well, we'll give this a few more tries. We'll try till a little over the estimate time, but if it keeps turning out like this,
Main event.
we might have to call it. So let's hope that doesn't happen. All right, we got got Therian up. Okay. No, why did you both have to hit Cyrus?
I am ready.
What to do?
This game is so mean to me.
I am ready.
Game, please.
What to do? Let's do this.
Wait, are you serious, Prof Ness? Oh wait, you're proposing something. No, it's completely random. I'm just getting really bad luck. I mean, I know on average this takes 4 tries, but we've been here a few more than 4 times. I kind of anticipated it taking a few tries, but alright, we're overestimate. Which is okay. We're only gonna be a couple minutes overestimate.
Time for the main event.
Because this is the one.
I can tell it's the
ready.
one.
Alright. Primrose is gonna defend. Cyrus is dead. Alright, we're just gonna try to freeform this, because it doesn't seem to be going our way otherwise.
What to do?
We're gonna Healing Great Bunch.
Any help?
I am ready.
Break Simeon. And die.
So much to learn.
Alright. Number 7. We're gonna give this a few more minutes.
We knew this was the one. 7's the one, obviously.
Lucky number 7.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Time for the main event.
Alright, well, we got a good start there with, can hire help. We can get a mercenary. Everyone can get a little bit of shields. Alright, no sweep, no sweep, no sweep, no sweep.
Like this.
And like this.
I am sorry.
It's like every time I try and find Yuffie. No, this is the one. Hey, first try. 16 tries later.
Oh my gosh. This game does not like me at all.
Yeah, it's being really mean. My goodness.
Time for the main event.
Wells, stop.
I mean, maybe though. At this rate, that would be a good luck.
Stop, Ben.
Okay. Okay, so long as we... Okay, never mind.
And like this.
No. You sounded so hopeful, and then you're like, never mind.
It's... Oh my gosh. I think we've learned a valuable lesson today.
Never try.
Never. If you never try, you can't fail.
Accurate. No, I think the real lesson is that RNG in video games, especially RPG speedruns, are mean.
This
Oh
is
my god.
This is the most RNG heavy run I've ever done.
Yeah. That's why I don't like running Mystic Quest. Same reason.
And I mean, I'm glad my other games in this marathon do not have that problem. Alright, we'll count down 3 more tries, but then I think if I take any more than that, we're gonna start delaying the marathon. And, that would be bad.
I still have so much to learn.
Can't end like this.
Alright, so if the game... Please donate all of your dollars for the good luck.
Exactly. This is why. It's like there hasn't been a donation in a bit. Bad RNG.
Please raise your hands into your wallet and pull out your credit card and donate to charity.
Yeah. Support the mental health. Because we need it. I was going somewhere with that, but it was good as it was.
Time for the main event. I am ready.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Primrose is going first, which is not good. Oh, and we get a sweep.
Can't end like this.
Hey, at least it was a short one.
Yeah, if it's gonna end, make it quick.
Alright, 2 more tries.
Thank you so much for gifting that tier 1 sub, Royal Blue Wizard, and please enjoy your sub.
That's gonna make the
There we are.
difference. This is
is.
gonna be the one.
Time for the main event.
Here I go.
Alright, well, we got Teresa first, which is also not ideal. Oh, but she's alive.
Alive is good.
If I could make one change to this game, I would take sweep off of that enemy. Alright, I think this is the last try if I take any longer than this. If I take any longer than this, we're gonna start pushing back the schedule, and that's no good. Oof.
Time for the main event.
What is the logical course?
Well, Cyrus went first.
Can't end like this.
You know what?
No way.
Because this is the last one, we're gonna try no matter what happens to get this done.
Oh yeah, Tina says she's going for tea and she's our next run. So you got some time. Thanks, Tina.
Thanks, Tina. Alright, we'll take a few more tries after this then.
Let's do it. I'm sorry, that boss is too smug to be let, to win this. You can't. Don't let smug jerks win. Just don't. So his hair's really pretty.
His hair is kinda pretty.
Great infernal to scorch the land.
Alright, attack Teresa, and don't sweep.
I still have
And, okay, we'll try again.
much to learn.
Alright, come on, we're still going forward on the grace of Tina's tea.
And speaking on the grace of Tina's tea, or not at all, we have a $7.77 donation from Profness saying, "Good luck, poor taste." I think we can all get behind some poor taste and the good luck. So thank you so much for that donation.
Oh, that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. Here we go.
Let's
Watch.
go.
Therion's gonna be first. Right Therion. Right Therion. Okay, no. No, he wasn't.
Oh.
That's okay. We're gonna get lucky and we're not gonna need Therion to be first. Attack Teresa. No, Cyrus!
So much to learn.
Well, we'll try it anyway. This is the best we've seen so far.
Here.
Maybe Cyrus will go at the beginning of the next round and we can make something out of that.
I'm ready.
Okay, Cyrus is going last. Why can't Teresa summon the mercenary? I need her to, I need her at the beginning of the next turn to do the other hired help. And it needs to be that way because I need Therian the next turn to Armor Corrosive, which Teresa can't do. Okay, here's the new plan. We're gonna hired help, 3 stars. We're gonna bandits. And we're gonna hope that this jerk hits. Never mind.
I still have so much to learn.
Those sweeps, though. That is just awful.
Yeah, this game. Oh, this is like. This is some really awful luck. Fun facts: I'm about to surpass my PB with the old route, which had like 1,000,000 hours of grinding in it.
Oh, wow.
I am ready.
All right.
This is well solved.
My friends.
Can't end like this.
Okay.
I am ready.
I don't think it's Wells' fault. It's not your fault, Wells.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, that Moogle is so sad. Tina, why do you have Moogles that are that sad? My goodness.
Well, the Moogle has watched our group of adventurers die about, I lost count times.
Yeah, it's true. I would also be that sad. in
There's
that
like
case.
there's like a 1 in 4 chance of us getting the correct RNG, and yet.
And yet.
Okay, well, we finally got Therian to go first.
Yes.
Someone.
Thank you, Jason.
You know what it might be, actually, I'm realizing?
What?
We gotta... Oh my god, we did it! We're fine!
I'm so excited right now.
Everyone but Therian got a little extra XP, which is what made everyone else faster. Alright, so I'm gonna take this very slow so that I don't accidentally miss menu.
That's important.
After all this. Alright, Cyrus is gonna Firestorm.
Great inferno. The land.
Teresa's gonna defend.